Okay.
Okay, so I'll start off with the safety table. These are some of the chemicals we were going to be working with in this lab. The first one is cobalt 2 nitrate hexahydrate, and the formula for this is CONO326H2O. It has a health rating of 3, a fire rating of 0, a reactivity rating of 0, and then some possible hazards are that it could cause skin reactions or allergies, and it could also be harmful if swallowed or inhaled. The next chemical is hydrogen peroxide with the formula H2O2. It has a health rating of 3, a fire rating of 0, and a reactivity rating of 1. And it can cause serious damage to your eyes. And also mist from the hydrogen peroxide can cause irritation of the respiratory tract. The next chemical is potassium oxalate with the formula C2K2O4. And it has a health rating of 2, a fire rating of 1, a reactivity rating of 0, and it can cause irritation, shortness of breath, nausea, and it's also toxic to the environment. And the next chemical is sodium glycinate with a formula of C2H4NNaO2. It has a health rating of 0, a fire rating of 1, and a reactivity rating of 1, and it can cause minor skin and eye irritation. The next chemical is sodium bicarbonate with a formula of NaHCO3. It has a health rating of 2, a fire rating of 0, and a reactivity rating of 1. And the dust particles from the solid sodium bicarbonate can irritate the respiratory tract. The next one is nitric acid. We're working with a higher concentration, 3 molar nitric acid, and the formula is HNO2. And so because it's such a high concentration, the health rating is 3, the fire rating is 0, and the reactivity rating is 2. And because it's such a high concentration, it can cause severe skin burns and eye damage, and it also can intensify fires. The last chemical we're working with is 1,10-phenanthroline with a formula of C12H8N2. It has a health rating of 3, a fire rating of 1, and a reactivity rating of 1, and it can cause eye and skin irritation and can be toxic if swallowed.
So some of the chemical hazards during this experiment include working with the 3 molar nitric acid as well as the 1,10-phenanthroline, so therefore gloves should be worn. And the physical hazards in this experiment include glassware, which will be used along with Bunsen burners or hot plates. So it's possible for glass to break and cause cuts, as well as open flames to cause burns or fires.
So as far as hazards go, with the equipment or apparatus used, we use glassware in this experiment, so we should ensure that we handle them with care in order to prevent them from breaking. And additionally, glassware will be heated, so it's important to first check them for defects before heating. Finally, Bunsen burners or hot plates will be used, and so it's important to ensure that they're always being attended to prevent fires, burns, and spills. As far as particularly hazardous steps go in the procedure and what precautions we should take, when preparing the hot water bath for trioxylato cobalt-3, make sure to check the glassware prior to heating, as well as to take caution when working with the Bunsen burner while heating. And when adding the hexa aqua cobalt 2 stock solution to the hydrogen peroxide, make sure to do this step in a flask and not in a test tube because it can cause intense bubbling. And then when adding nitric acid to the tricarbonato cobaltate 3 solution and dissolving the phenanthroline into hydrogen peroxide solution, be sure to be wearing gloves and handle the acid and phenanthroline with care.
Regarding how the waste should be handled for the experiment, all of the waste should be disposed in the designated waste containers. And for other hazards and precaution of this experiment, make sure that all the waste is properly disposed, as metal ions waste should never be poured down the drain. Also, gloves should be worn at all times during this experiment because you'll be handling concentrated nitric acid as well as 1,10-phenanthroline. Finally, while working with spectrometer, make sure not to overfill the cuvette and dry the outside before placing it so that the spectrometer will not be damaged.